Deadpool, also known as the Merc with a mouth, is one of Marvel's most unconventional heroes. With his red and black suit, dual katanas, and a face only a mother could love, he stands out in a crowd of superheroes. But it's not just his appearance that makes him unique. He's notorious for his irreverent humor, tendency to break the fourth wall, and a healing factor that makes him nearly invincible. Deadpool often talks directly to the audience, making us feel like we're part of his chaotic world. This unique combination has catapulted Deadpool into the spotlight, making him a fan favorite and a pop culture icon. His popularity extends beyond comic books, with successful movies, video games, and merchandise. Deadpool's appeal lies in his ability to blend dark humor with a tragic backstory, creating a character that is both entertaining and surprisingly relatable. His origin story, filled with pain and loss, adds depth to his otherwise comedic persona. Unlike traditional heroes, Deadpool doesn't shy away from violence or morally ambiguous situations. He often finds himself in the gray areas of morality, making choices that other heroes might avoid. He embraces his flaws and uses humor as a coping mechanism, making him a more grounded and human character despite his extraordinary abilities. His quick wit and sarcasm are his shields against the harsh realities of his life. Deadpool's journey is a testament to the idea that even the most broken individuals can find redemption, or at least a twisted version of it. His story is one of resilience and finding humor in the darkest of times. He teaches us that it's okay to laugh at the absurdity of life, even when faced with tragedy and darkness. His ability to find humor in dire situations is what makes him so endearing. His story is a reminder that there's often more to a person than meets the eye, and that heroes can come from the most unexpected places. Deadpool's journey from a mercenary to a hero, albeit an unconventional one, is a testament to the complexity of human nature. Before he became the regenerating degenerate we know as Deadpool, he was Wade Wilson, a skilled mercenary with a troubled past and a terminal diagnosis. Wade's journey to becoming Deadpool was paved with pain, loss, and a relentless fight for survival. His story is one of transformation, driven by desperation and an unyielding will to live. Wade's early life was far from idyllic, marked by tragedy and hardship. Growing up in a rough neighborhood, he faced challenges that would shape his character and prepare him for the harsh realities of his future. The details remain shrouded in mystery, but it's clear that he was no stranger to violence and loss from a young age. These experiences left an indelible mark on him, hardening his resolve and shaping his path. Driven by a desire for a better life, Wade enlisted in the military, excelling in combat, but ultimately finding himself discharged under dishonorable circumstances. His time in the military honed his skills, but it also left him disillusioned and searching for a new purpose. With limited options and a bleak future ahead of him, Wade turned to mercenary work, offering his skills to the highest bidder. This line of work was dangerous and morally ambiguous, but it provided him with a sense of purpose and a way to channel his anger. He was a man living on the edge, embracing danger and pushing his luck with every mission. The adrenaline and the high stakes became his new normal, a way to escape the pain of his past. Then came the devastating news that would change Wade's life forever. He was diagnosed with inoperable cancer. This diagnosis was a crushing blow, stripping away any remaining hope he had for a normal life. The tumors ravaged his body, leaving him with a death sentence and a sense of utter hopelessness. Each day became a battle against the pain and the creeping despair that threatened to consume him. Desperate for a cure, Wade clung to any glimmer of hope, eventually leading him to the doorstep of a shadowy organization that promised him a miracle Weapon X. This decision would set him on a path that would forever alter his destiny, transforming him into the anti-hero known as Deadpool. The Weapon X program, infamous for its brutal experiments on mutants, offered Wade a chance at survival. They promised to cure his cancer and enhance his abilities, making him the perfect weapon. Wade, with nothing left to lose, agreed to the procedure, unaware of the monstrous transformation that awaited him. The scientists at Weapon X subjected Wade to a grueling and inhumane process. They implanted him with a healing factor derived from Wolverine, hoping to replicate the mutant's extraordinary regenerative abilities. While the experiment was successful in curing Wade's cancer, it came at a horrific cost. The procedure left Wade's body hideously scarred, his skin a patchwork of disfigured flesh. His mind too suffered irreparable damage, leaving him mentally unstable and prone to violent outbursts. He had gained the ability to heal from almost any injury, but at the cost of his humanity. Wade Wilson, the man, was gone, replaced by the twisted, manic entity known as Deadpool. Reborn as Deadpool, Wade emerged from the Weapon X program a changed man, or rather, a being straddling the line between man and monster. The transformation was not just physical, but deeply psychological, altering his very essence. The once charming and witty Wade Wilson was now a figure cloaked in darkness and unpredictability. The trauma of the experiment, coupled with his already unstable mental state, amplified his darker impulses. His mind became a battleground where sanity and madness waged an endless war. The memories of his past life haunted him, twisting his perception of reality. He became unpredictable and dangerous, prone to fits of rage and violence. His actions were erratic, driven by a volatile mix of anger and confusion. The line between friend and foe blurred, making him a wild card in any situation. Despite his newfound power, Deadpool found himself adrift in a world that both frightened and repulsed him. The cityscape, once familiar, now seemed alien and hostile. He wandered through the urban jungle, searching for a purpose that constantly eluded him. He was a pariah, ostracized for his appearance and feared for his erratic behavior. Society shunned him, and he found solace only in his own reflection, which was as broken as the mirror he often gazed into. The isolation deepened his descent into madness. He sought solace in the only thing he knew: violence. Battles became his escape, a way to channel his inner turmoil. The chaos of combat mirrored the chaos within his mind, providing a twisted sense of peace. Deadpool became a mercenary once more, but this time his actions were often driven by whims and a twisted sense of humor. His missions were as unpredictable as he was, filled with a blend of comedy and carnage that left both allies and enemies bewildered. Deadpool's moral compass, never particularly well calibrated, spun wildly out of control. His sense of right and wrong was a chaotic swirl, making him a mercenary who could not be easily categorized as hero or villain. He took on missions for anyone willing to pay, often blurring the lines between hero and villain. His clients ranged from the noble to the nefarious, and his targets were just as varied. In his world, morality was a flexible concept. He was a force of chaos, leaving a trail of destruction and laughter in his wake. His actions were a blend of mayhem and mirth, making him a unique and terrifying presence in any conflict. But beneath the surface of his madness, there remained a flicker of the man Wade Wilson once was, a spark of humanity struggling to survive in the inferno of his own creation. This small, persistent ember of his former self was a reminder of the man he used to be, fighting to break free from the chaos that now defined him. Now, let's dive into Deadpool's time with the X-Factor and beyond. You see, Deadpool's journey is anything but straightforward. He joined the X-Factor, not because he believed in their cause, but rather because he saw an opportunity for chaos and, well, some fun. During his time with the X-Factor, Deadpool's unpredictable nature often clashed with the team's more structured approach. Yet despite the friction, he managed to carve out a niche for himself, proving that even the most chaotic of souls can find a place in a team. But of course, Deadpool being Deadpool, his stint with the X-Factor was short-lived. He soon moved on to other adventures, always seeking the next thrill, the next challenge. Whether he's fighting alongside heroes or against them, one thing is certain: Deadpool's story is far from over. So stick around, because the Merc with a mouth always has another chapter up his sleeve. Deadpool's journey is not just about the laughs and the action. Beneath the wisecracks and the relentless energy, there's a deep, dark core. Wade Wilson's transformation into Deadpool was born out of immense pain and suffering. His healing factor may keep him alive, but it can't heal his tortured soul. This darkness is what makes Deadpool a truly complex character, one who straddles the line between hero and anti-hero, often leaning into the shadows. Deadpool's leap from the comic book pages to the big screen was nothing short of spectacular. Ryan Reynolds brought the Merc with a mouth to life with an unparalleled blend of humor, action, and heart. The movies didn't shy away from the character's more mature themes, earning a place in the hearts of fans worldwide. They captured the essence of Deadpool, from his irreverent humor to his relentless pursuit of justice, albeit in his own unique way. So what is it about Deadpool that continues to captivate audiences? Perhaps it's his unapologetic nature, his ability to break the fourth wall, or his complex backstory that blends tragedy with triumph. Deadpool represents the flawed, the broken, and the resilient. He's a reminder that heroes don't have to be perfect, they just need to keep fighting no matter the odds. This is the enduring appeal of an anti-hero like Deadpool. Deadpool's legacy is one of both laughter and pain. His story is a testament to the strength of the human spirit, wrapped in layers of sarcasm and wit. As we look back on his journey, we see a character who has grown, evolved, and touched the lives of many. From the comic books to the silver screen, Deadpool's impact is undeniable. He leaves behind a legacy that is as multifaceted as he is, one that will continue to resonate with fans for years to come.